I thought I'd try doing a bit of a Q&A while I clean the kitchen. That's the time, 12:42. This was filmed a couple of weeks ago. Yes, that is 1:45 in the morning, as in midnight. And this is the state of our kitchen. This is what happens after a weekend. We tend not to do many dishes and everything gets piled up. So evening me is here to clean. And then morning me is ever so grateful that it is done. So I thought while I clean, so you're not bored watching me, and while I'm not just sitting here talking to you in a face-to-face video, I'd go through some of your comments and suggestions. So this one's talking about reducing things down to only have one of this and one of that. And while I fully agree, I need to first make sure that I have my hands on everything that I own to then be able to do that. And I know that probably doesn't make any logical sense to you, but it does make sense to me. I don't want to declutter through things and think to myself, I'm sure I have one of those somewhere, and then find out I can't find it later. So for now, I'm just loosely and quickly going through decluttering, putting things in boxes, sorting them all out. And after that, I'll then systematically start going through things and getting more meticulous as I go. I really appreciate this comment because yes, it is a lifetime of habits and trying to learn and unlearn things as well. And I have spent many years reading various books about being organized, being disorganized, trying to learn what systems work best for me. I've followed the Clutterbug system on YouTube as well, and I'm working on it. When I first started YouTube, especially as a frugal fun mum, I couldn't find anyone online who was similar to me, who had children the same age as me, disabilities, juggling all the struggles of life and everything else. So that's why I thought I would start sharing, because hopefully there's someone else out there that resonates with me and I can help one other person, because I couldn't find what I was looking for. I have noticed also with decluttering, it is a process within a process. And what I wanted to do with my videos is not just do, here's a massive messy room, and then show this speed clean through it, and then ta-da, we are finished. I love watching them, don't get me wrong, and even when I'm editing stuff and re-watching some of my things to double check if I've said or done something, I watch it at double speed as well. But I see there's a program as called, I believe, the Space Method Maker or something, and they're decluttering someone's house, and she just had on her last video, like, after 9 days we're finally done. And I remember reading on some blog or something that she said they start at like 9-10 a.m. in the morning, and they're going like for like about 5 hours a day, and then she has to edit all that down into sort of an hour or two episode, because it's a lot of questions and do you want this and do you want that. So I think I'm doing a pretty good job compared to a 9-hour day, and I've got a whole house to get through, so we will get there eventually together. The books. There's two comments I put back to back. Yes, they are a little bit of the bane of my existence at the moment, but I'm having a little bit of trouble emotionally letting them go, because I delusionally think that I'm going to have time to read everything. And I always think once I declutter everything, then I will have the opportunity to sit down and read and do what I want to do. So it's also why I'm filming stuff to declutter, to keep myself on track and motivated, because I know I need to get a video out to share with you. Now the books, I was going to be starting up a little business, a little bit like the free street library. Like, we were going to set up a free street library at a friend's house, and then she decided that she didn't want it anymore. Then I thought about doing it on my property, but you have to register it, and because I'm on social media, it can be difficult when people find out where you live. And we also have children with special needs in the house, and people coming and going because our property is quite open at the front. We've had people knock on our door before asking for certain produce that we have and things like that, from fruit trees and other things we have at the front of our place, and it can be a bit daunting. So I decided not to go ahead with the free street library that's there. I have been going through the books systematically and working out at Bingo who likes what authors and who I can give books to. I have done a video too where I drove around to different free street libraries and dropped off books, and I've given some on the Buy Nothing group, and also I have donated some to op shops, and I will keep going around and around in circles. But right now, it's not where my main focus, time and energy is. I know that they clutter and I know they need to get dealt with, and they will be. But for now, they can just sit there and they can wait their turn, as what I normally say with a whole lot of other stuff. I like Dana KY. I've watched a couple of her videos, but I might have to look at a couple more just to refresh my brain. So thank you very much for the tips and suggestions. It is a bit of a process, but even that I find, like, hang on, what's step one, what's step two, what am I meant to be doing, where am I at? The only method that I have found that has worked for me is the 3-box method. So it's like 1 to keep, 1 to donate, and 1 to throw out. And I know that then when you fill the donation box, you should go and put it in your cart. But here's the issue that I have. And to you, it's going to sound like an excuse, but to me, it's just the facts of the situation. So at least twice a week, I need my car boot empty because I take my mum food shopping and there's certain other bits and pieces that she needs me to collect for her and things. So I need space in that car. If I've got boxes and stuff in there for donations, it can be a hassle because I sometimes forget that they're in there until I go to open the boot to put all her shopping or whatever else in there, and I go, oh my gosh, we're in trouble. I also help with charity with the bread run, so I need that empty. Many a times I have gone to open the boot to put in my bags before I've left the house and realised the car boot is full when it's been a mad panic to empty the boot to get everything out of there. So I try not to put anything into the car now that can't be taken out in less than 30 seconds. The place also that I want to go and donate stuff to is Savers because I'm stingy and I do want that 20% off voucher that's valid for 3 months because I do think I would like to eventually go shopping in there. I do need a couple of new pieces of clothing, and if I can buy them secondhand and get 20% discount, then that would be worth it. During January, they had a no donation policy. They weren't accepting anything. And so I went, okay, I'll start in February. And the past couple of weeks, I just haven't had the opportunity to get there between helping mum with what she's needed and the food shopping and everything else. So they're at the front door right now. They're not in anyone's way. And I will very soon, when I go take mum for an appointment on a different day, make the effort to go down there. And if I can't donate it because they're closed or not accepting, I can leave the bag at my mum's house in her spare room, so there is at least silver lining. This comment made me giggle because I think I know they know me from my Frugal Fun Mum channel, and yes, we don't sit in the lounge room very often at all. The lounge room is our laundry room for everyone to hang their washing. Yeah, we pretty much have 0 visitors because this is our safe space and we need to make sure that we control it in some areas, and we just don't have anyone visit us. So yeah. So yes, it's not really equipped for sitting. It is now, there's space, but hubby and I spend a lot of time in our office and the children spend a lot of time on their computers or doing their own board games or whatever they're doing, so we don't actually need space in the lounge room. This one made me giggle as well because people only know me here. They don't know me from my Frugal Fun Mum channel, which is cool. So the broken chair. I didn't realise it was that broken until I went to move it, and I have great delusions that I can fix it myself and have added it to the mental list of projects I'd like to get done once all the decluttering is done in the house. And also, they're the only kitchen chairs we own. We only own 4 kitchen chairs. We actually do not own a kitchen table. We got rid of it ages ago when everyone chose to eat in different parts of the room when they got older, due to people having issues with hearing people eating and things. It just made life a lot easier. But we use the kitchen chairs to sit around the table and lounge that we have for board games and stuff like that because they're good height. So I am going to fix it because then we still have 4 matching chairs. The Christmas tree. So again, we don't have anyone come and visit our house. So the Christmas tree just kind of stays there living in the house. We used to have a really big white Christmas tree. We still have it. It's in the shed. And that tree stayed up for 2 whole years because, again, we pretty much didn't have anyone visit us. And at the time, having that Christmas tree, it just made us giggle and smile and laugh every time we walked past it and kept a lot of joy in the house. And for us, sometimes that struggle with having long emotional days, having children with disability and other things, it's worth having something fun that you entertain and enjoy. Having that small Christmas tree there was then a joke that, oh, it shrunk. We still own a Christmas tree, but it's smaller. And one year, my daughter decorated it with like a Halloween theme, and the second year she decorated it with something else. So then it became a little bit of a passion project for her. And every now and again, if we get something funny, we'll go put it on the tree. And it's just one of those family fun things. We also own ducks that you'll probably see in the back of the lounge room videos, because we watched a comedian online, James Beach, and he had all these rubber ducks in the bathroom and they moved all around and they did all these things. So then we started doing it in the house as a bit of a game, and it just brought us a lot of joy as a family. Yep, this is the plan. But anyone who knows parents, it can be hard. I'm an only child and my mother is now a widow. Her husband passed away last year, my stepdad, and so the last 12 months have been interesting, and so I have been supporting her best I can, and she wants to declutter some of the house. Now, some of the things that she gives to me, I'm kind of like, yeah, cool, I've got a need or a purpose for that. And other stuff I think, yeah, cool, I could maybe have a need or a purpose for that. I'm going to stick that thing here and I'm totally going to know that it's there, because I have ADHD and we seriously believe that we can fix everything or work something out or make a plan, because that's just who we are. So yeah, I'm gonna need trips to the donation centres anyway, and she likes to go too. It's a bit of a trip out, so we'll get there eventually. But yeah, some of the stuff she gives me is quite useful, and other stuff I can share or give away on the Buy Nothing group so it helps other people. So it's just one of those things in life of where we're at right now. This is exactly why I'm decluttering as well, because I know that pretty much everything that I own is pretty much just gonna get pitched, especially all of the Avon awards and the other nicky nacky things that I have. No one else wants to be bogged down with it, so I figure if I can go through it and get rid of it all, then it helps other people. As I've mentioned before, the mess and the clutter in the house is mostly all mine, so it's my responsibility to go through it. And I know it's taking me a while and I know I'm double handling things, but as I said earlier, I need to do this my way or I'm not going to be able to do it at all. I so appreciate everyone's suggestions and feedbacks, and I do put it in my brain and process it, but it takes me a couple of months. So that's why I thought I'd address everyone's comments and suggestions. I'm really appreciative that everyone's actually taken the time to encourage and motivate me, because I'm really struggling in some areas and I don't want to ask for help, because previously when I have asked people for help, they've come in and they've gone, or why do you have this and why can't you get this tidy? And I don't want it. And I already know that I can't keep things organised and tidy, so I don't need to hear it from someone else. And even if you don't hear it, you think they're silently judging me or they're going to talk about me behind my back. I mean, hey, this is now here out on the internet, but then I don't have someone running back to me and saying, guess what such and such told me. So I'm going to get there. It's going to be in my own time. And who knows, there could be someone else watching this right now going, that's exactly me. I watch Mel from Back from Burnout. She's an eBay seller. Not that I'm going to start selling books, but she's been doing daily vlogs and I've been watching her because she has ADHD as well. And I just sit there and I nod my head because she's like, I can't do this before I do this and I do this. And I just go, yep, I totally get it. So I love watching her vlogs because I can see the fellow ADHD in her and how she's trying to systematically do things. And she has a plan of action in her own head and how she's going to do it. but she just needs to get there in her own time, which is exactly the same as me. So I thought that I'd share because I hope that someone else can see them in me. Thank you so much for this comment as well. This is exactly what my mum's going through right now. So she's decluttering the house and going through some things. And as I said to her, please don't make any rash decisions. If you need to grab everything and stick it inside a box and then you go, I know that all of this is in that box, then that will work really well, especially all the paperwork and all the other bits and pieces. Even though technically we don't need 9/10 of it, my mum feels like it's really important to still hold on to it. So I'm kind of like, yep, cool, just stick it in a box and then we know it's there in your own time. And then we know that eventually we can go through it and deal with it the best that we can. So I always say in some areas, don't rush things. You might need to go through things 2 or 3 times at a while. I'm sorry for your loss, and I wish you all the best, and I hope that I can motivate and inspire you. And if you need to reach out and chat, please send me a message. Thank you so much for your comment. I really appreciate that. I can understand making a list and checking it twice, as they say. I have been starting to write a lot of lists lately because not for please remember to eat, because I do forget to eat all the time. And I know people say, how can you forget to eat? But you think I'll just grab a quick cookie and in a minute I'll stop and make myself a sandwich, and you never get around to doing it. But yeah, I've been writing lists that is literally like, don't forget to turn the washing machine on, or do this or do that. Because if I can get stuff done early enough in the day, then it helps overall with everything going. I am trying to work out really good systems of making sure everything has its place, going back where it belongs. So I will eventually get onto that and be more organized with things. But for now, as they say, you can't clean clutter. So we've got a few systems that we need to get in place first, and we'll go from there. This is exactly the plan, to be able to get 10 minutes each day in the rooms to clean things. I would eventually like to do the fly lady method. I've done it before and it worked really, really well. And as she says, you can't clean clutter. So that's why I'm focusing on decluttering. When I am doing my decluttering, I'm actually only spending a maximum of 1 hour per room. I know it doesn't look like much, but that's also why I'm recording myself, so I can look at it and go, wow, see, it didn't take me as long, which is exactly why I'm recording myself doing the dishes now, because I'll look back on this and say, wow, it didn't take as long as I expected. I agree. There are too many tables in the lounge room, and until I can get the top side room finished for my son's room that has his computers and his board games and stuff, which is where the second table is going, then we'll have a bit more room. But for now, we're working with what we have, so we will get there. But yeah, we have a coffee table as well. It's probably around the corner that you couldn't see, so we have more pieces of the puzzle, so to speak, still to be unveiled. Our garage is also complete clutter city. It houses in there Christmas stuff, there's some Zumba stuff, there's some random other bits and pieces that were in the house that I put out in the garage for a bit of safekeeping that I'll deal with later, and it's still sitting all out there. I'm pretty sure it is house to a possum every now and again, so it scares the living beep out of me if I hear it banging around at night time. But the shed is so old and there's that many cracks to it that things can just get in and out of there very easily. Everything's well protected, but yeah, I wouldn't want to be in there by myself at night, let me tell you. I also am just hesitant to film in there because I know that people breaking into sheds because they've seen something there online. I know someone that recently had their shed broken into, and they seemed to be able to very quickly clean some things out and take what they were wanting. So it can be scary sharing things online. And the last declutter thing that I did, when I did the 1,000 item declutter over on Frugal from Mum channel, what I did is I just pulled everything out from the shed and put it on the lawn, so then I had a bit more space to spread out. It was also a lot brighter outside because the shed's dark, and it just made for filming a little bit easier. Appreciate your comment as well. Some really, really good tips and tricks in there, and absolutely agree with you going through trash, recycling, donating, all of that. giving things away on the buy nothing group, and then looking at what realistically I can and cannot do. I am sort of doing a no buy year now anyway. I did one last year and I've done one a couple of years ago, especially when it comes to skincare and stuff like that. I'm going through it, but also that's part of my job that I get stuff sent to me, so that I can't really control very much. But other stuff, I have massively reduced even looking in the buy nothing group, so I haven't stuck my hand up for anything in a long time, because I think to myself, oh, you have to leave the house. And not that I'm against leaving the house, but a lot of things that I have to do is out of my way, it's out of my routine. And so I think to myself, if you got to spend a whole day at home and you got to do some cooking and some cleaning and some baking and all the other bits and pieces that you want to do, wouldn't that be better than having to run around, especially with petrol prices right now, and do all those little itty bitty things? So I try and focus on that and think, do you really need it? No. Do you want it? Probably, but do you need it? No. And then that's the main question that helps me when I'm decluttering as well. As far as the craft things go, like a lot of people in 2020, I got hooked on TikTok and I saw a lot of things. And of course, my ADHD brain said, I reckon I can do that. And I just need the space, because I really would love to sit down and craft and make some things, but I don't have the space, which is also why I'm decluttering and changing around the office, because for years and years it was my working office, especially when I was with Avon. And now Avon has been gone for 8 years, and it's taken me that long to sort of not come to terms with that it's not coming back, but that it's okay to move on and just create some space for some other stuff. So that's also why I say with some things, I'll get there. It's just going to take some time. Last year, I actually got to attend a free sewing workshop, and I love sewing, and I was able to make an apron. And then the universe literally blessed me with a whole pile of material. So I was like, maybe this is where I'm meant to be going with doing more homemade things. And then I met my best friend last year, and she's a massive sewer, so she's been able to give me some tips and tricks with some things, and we plan on catching up soon to make some things. And then these are all the things that really make my heart happy, and they're the things I really want to focus on moving into the new year. So not running around so much trying to do stuff, but just trying to do things that make my heart happy. So I will get into all the crafting things. There just needs time and space, which eventually there will be. And if I get to a point down the track that no, I'm not going to get to these things, well, okay, we'll declutter them. But there have been things in the past that I have decluttered ruthlessly and very quickly, and I regret it. So I don't want to make that same mistake again, because some of the things that I have from craft, I have found from op shops that no longer exist anymore, and they are just the more weirder little knick-knacky things that are going to be so good eventually when I get around to using them. And if I don't, well, then I'm going to be able to bless somebody else with it. I love this idea too. I have used this before, especially with some of the Tupperware things when the children got older and we weren't needing cakes to take everywhere. So I am trying to have this idea in the back of my head that also like a bit of a time will tell bin. I hope that you have enjoyed this full real-time cleaning video. You know who you are. I hope that it's helped you and you've been able to clean along with me. I think if my calculations are correct, it's taken me about 20 minutes to clean the whole kitchen, which is absolutely crazy, but I can't believe I've done it, but I'm grateful that I've done it. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them down below. I look forward to connecting with you, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.